Seemed to me you guys really fought and competed. What did you think about that aspect of it?
All the tough plays and tough rebounds we needed to make. I just took guys out today. If you get beat to balls, you're out. Let somebody else play. And it's not mean, screaming, yelling. I just didn't. You got beat to 2 balls, man. Well, it's rough. What? You got to go. Now, we defended the way you defend to win games. And we missed every. No one wanted to shoot. They passed up until I'm yelling to dudes, shoot the ball. That's what it got down to. And we missed wide open shots. We had our chances. We're just, you know what, we're close. But you could say, watch, you could spread the offense out. And if they miss every shot, you can get it more post up. But if we miss every shot, we just, I'm disappointed in you know, what we did. We came out of a couple timeouts and you know, didn't do what we were trying to do. But, you know, we let one slip away on the road. Thought we had them. We should have been up big at half. Can't believe we weren't. And how we came in and guarded the things we did. We gave up 2 threes that were critical. Guys just didn't leave their feet. We were running through guys. We didn't. Why didn't you run through? I forgot. Can't be there. And here's the other one. We don't need any more of my faults. That's my fault. No, you know, we're not going to have that much gap between anybody we play from here on in. So.
John Hale, you're next.
Cal, generally, you've had so much success getting your teams to peak in time for the tournament. How do you have to change those?
I can't hear you, John Hale.
No. Can you hear me now?
Barely. Speak louder.
Cal, generally, you have a lot of success getting your times to peak in time for March for the tournament. How do you have to change the progression with the worry that you might not even be there?
What do you think? Well, we still have our chances. I mean, you can go on a run and we'll be fine. But it's not, you know, the Alabama game, again, I come back to, I probably should have said, we're mushing these dudes. We're not waiting until they shoot to leave our feet. That I'll put on me. But the rest of the season, we've guarded. But if we're skilled basketball players, again, we could have made easy plays and we didn't. We made the hardest play, and those were our turnovers. In a game like this, 3 baskets breaks the game open. But you had that guy, but you try to throw to that guy. And again, we're still not quite there yet. The toughness on drives. I'll give you this. We said we're going straight up. We're not trying to block any of these drives. We had 3 guys go like that. One guy went, why did you do that? And that's 6 points. And they missed a bunch of them when we just went straight up. And so that kind of stuff is what gets frustrating for coaches. But you know what? Now it is, like I just said to the staff, we got to figure out what's next and how we get this thing on offense to another, you know, like I wish we'd have taken 35 threes because we'd have made about 3. We're a different kind of team. And inside out threes and how we play, you know, we're built different. But when you're trying to throw it to the post and that guy's not catching it or not, you know, that became tough. I thought that Olivier in this kind of game, he's got to start dominating games. And I'm telling you, instead of worried about offense, just go rebound. Just go play with leverage. And then the rest of that stuff happens. Can't quite convince any of these guys. I told BJ the same thing. Drive to get fouled. Just drive to get fouled. Instead of flipping and avoiding, okay, and we still do it. But like I said, there were parts of the game that I was proud of these guys, and there are other points of the game I'm like, what in the world are we doing?
Kyle Tucker will come to you next.
Cal, you've played a few different looks with the three big guys, and today, even with the size advantage, you get out rebounded. They have a ton of offensive rebounds. Is there much value if you don't win that battle inside with the three big guys? And also, just wondering why so few minutes for Dante in the second half?
Well, I don't. At the end of the day, we were running stuff for Dante, and he wouldn't shoot the ball. And that's why I took him out the one time. We ran two things for him, and he had shots, and he wouldn't take them. And I'm like, look, you're in there to make shots. So that was one thing. But Dante wasn't the issue. And let me say this. When you defend how we're defending, you got to figure out now, how do we space this court? How do we play offensively? How do we get them to make easy plays, extra passes, the low turnovers that we had with Florida? And that's who we have to be. This other team, we're not good enough playing this way. A lot of it was, I'm getting mine. Okay, you didn't get yours and we didn't get ours. And so, I'm just telling some guys, like Lance, drive that ball to find somebody, and he finds Dante in the corner, bang. But, again, trying to figure this out, trying to get guys. They went right at a couple guys. It weren't even ball screens. They threw it to their man and they went on a straight drive. That's why I tried to go zone. And then we had a guy break down in the zone. You can't break down if we're doing this. You went to the wrong place and they got a three. Why did you do it? My fault. That's where we are with some of this. But you could see I'm frustrated, but we are here. We still have our chances, not giving up on anybody. Try to figure it out. The toughness this team needs to play with. If we don't, like, the first half, they had 10 or 12 offensive rebounds. What? And you look, they were right on you, and they were right on you, and you got balls jerked from your hand. You didn't block out. You got them taking it from over top of your head. You can't do that. You, as a player, you got to take pride and say, that ain't happening to me. And we should be a better offensive rebounding team. It got rough, and we weren't able to battle back.
Michael Bennett, we'll come to you next.
Cal, you go into halftime with a lead, and Jacob Toppin and Dante Allen are your leading scorers, and Dante's your leading rebounder. Why did you not start them at the second half, and they don't get in until 6 minutes is passed in the half?
Well, one of the things we talked about, Lance too? How about throwing Lance in there? And what you're trying to do is, I want to win every game we coach, but the other side of it is, I'm not trying to take anybody's heart away. So you can sub them when, 3-4 minutes in and go. We didn't start the half that badly. So that wasn't the case. It isn't like, you're just subbing quarterbacks. He played a bad quarter, so I'm going to play this other quarterback. You don't coach that way. What you do is you sub them in, you go out the other way. And again, Dante got great looks in the second half. Got great looks. Got fouled. But they were going at him defensively. In other words, whoever he was guarding, they were going. They did the same thing to BJ, which is why I took those guys out and went with Jacob and the other guys. But let me just tell you, we had a lot of breakdowns, and could have changed lineups, could have, should have, would have. At the end of the day, we got out toughed. That's what happened.
All right, Larry Bott finishes off with Coach.
John, do you get to a point where you just have to accept this is just not going to be a good offensive team? Or do you see things on a daily basis we don't see in games about this team offensively?
Well, I'm not you, Larry, you know me well enough. I'll never stop tweaking and trying and try to figure something out that clicks in their minds. But in all this, they got to feel this, that we got to make extra passes. We got to play for each other. Larry, here's what it is. If there's not space, we're not good enough to just go run by people. So you can open up the court all you want. The guy can't get by somebody to make that basket. That's not who we are. But if we create space, if we create assist, we should be averaging 18 assists on our baskets, maybe more. We're not. You're not. I don't know what we had today, but it was the same thing. Everybody trying to score versus let's create shots for each other. We keep showing them on tape. At some point, it's going to click. You know, we're one of those teams that's trying to figure it out. You can't just ride one or two guys. And I'll be honest with you, it may be game to game. Okay, then it's game to game. You know, who's getting more looks, who's making more shots. You think about it. We missed, you know, they were critical too, critical. But I'm telling you, what I like about Lance, he'll fight. He fought. And so you put him in there. Our guard play was just okay, just okay. Defensively, the game plan, the kid, what we did with their point, Sharif probably will be the game plan other teams will watch. But offensive rebounds, what does that have to do with our offense? Offensive rebounds, that's what they got. And that's how the game was even close. And then open shots, not making them. You don't have to make them all. You just can't miss every single one. You got to make some. But like I said, I'm a little bit, normally I'm not frustrated, and it's not Auburn or anybody like that. They played well enough to win. They did what they had to do. We gave ourselves a chance at the end. The tie-up with Keon, I can't wait to watch it on tape to see if that was a foul, because that basically ended the game. It may have been a foul, it may not have been. I don't know. But I want to see it on tape to see what it looked like. And, so we fought and gave ourselves a chance. But during the game, the mano-mano stuff we didn't make. So, all right, folks, see you.